Welcome to the Bourbon Band. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie, and it's Advent Day 11.
Wow.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
This matchup looks like a nutcracker.
Oh boy. Hey, I just want to say I'm glad that we're finally drinking the same thing. Such a pain.
It'll make this video a lot easier to edit, that much is true. The NULU Toasted Rye, that got here by knocking out Evan Williams' 1783 small batch bourbon, and the 00114, we're calling it 00114 now.
I like it.
Old Overholt 114 got here by knocking out Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, a bottle that a lot of people thought would go
the distance.
Some people thought the distance. Everybody seems to think it was going to go 2, 3, 4 rounds. A couple of people guessed this one right, though. So who knows? Maybe they knew something that we didn't. And speaking of things that we know that most people don't, that Old Overholt bottle is starting to show up on shelves in Oregon this week. So for $33 or $34, you can get yourself one of the bottles that surprised us the most in round one. So really quickly, let's talk about the competitors here. The NULU Toasted Rye, that is a single barrel from Rocco Spirits in Sacramento, California, 112.6 proof, aged for about 5 years and then finished in a toasted barrel anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks. That's from Prohibition Craft Spirits. It's an MGP whiskey in there. Costs exactly $100 for that bottle.
Pricey.
And then the Old Overholt 114, of course, 114 proof, 4 years aged, Jim Beam product, sells for $33 or $34. All right, nose, glass one, rye spice. Rye spice.
I'm getting more flavors on nose too.
They're both very pleasant. They both have a little rye spice. There's a little oak I'm getting on glass 2. I'm ready for a sip of glass number 1. I can't wait. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Caramel's a little bit of nuttiness in there.
There's a little fruit on there too.
Little fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finish is actually more fruit. And I wanted to say like a blackberry fruit.
Something like that. Yeah, because
Vanilla.
at first I was going to say like a raisin or prune, but it's not that. I think that there's something a little bit brighter here. More of a berry. It coats well. It lingers. It's making my mouth water.
It's pretty oaky too.
Yeah. This is,
I like it.
I can see why it made it to the second round.
I
That's
know. It's good.
good whiskey.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun so far.
I am too.
I do not feel as though my nuts have been cracked.
Oh boy.
Let's take a sip of glass number 2.
That's a nuttier.
Yeah.
Be nuttier. There's a little caramel corniness to that one too. It
Caramel corn.
tastes almost a little sticky.
Yeah, a client sent us a tin of Garrett popcorn from Chicago, the caramel corn, and we've been eating it nonstop.
Yeah, I think I put on like at least 6 pounds just this week.
The camera doesn't show it. This very much tastes like that, though. You're absolutely right. I'm noticing now as I'm sitting with it, some oak in it, a little bit musty oak. It kind of reminds me of like the wood paneling at my parents' house when I was a kid on the walls.
I wanted this to be a slam dunk.
And?
It's not. Because that was really good too. They were both really good. They taste quite different.
It's very different. Yeah, I'm going to go back to glass 2 here, which off the bat, I think I'm finding bigger, more exciting flavors in.
I took a sip of glass 1. She's got a nice warmth to her. That was my only comment. She's got a nice warmth to her.
What a nice compliment. Glass 2, quite good. I'm not experiencing anything changing there. It's very consistent from sip to sip. So once you've got a taste for it, you know exactly what you're going to get.
No, but I like glass 2.
Like the caramel corn is super. It's super pleasant.
It's
just a nice sip.
It's quite flavorful. It's a little unsettling.
I'm getting a little Kentucky hug from it.
I got a little cherry on that on the second, so there's definitely a fruit overlay. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
They're both warm. They're both giving me little hugs.
Glass 1 is
very flavorful.
Totally. This is a really flavorful matchup. I think if the reason that these were so shocking in round 1 is both of them went up against bottles that were lower proof to start, but also a little bit more subdued.
Yeah.
Really nice sipping bottles, but they don't bring a ton to the party. You put these two against each other now
I know.
that have all this flavor, all this excitement. It's glass 1 on the finish now. Boatloads of fruit, bright flavors, rye spices. I don't know. This is totally going to come down to palate preference at the end of the day because these are both fantastic. Great matchup.
Agree. This is tough. This one might be one of the tougher matchups we've had. I can't believe it. I thought there's no way this is going to be a tough one. I think I forgot how much I enjoyed both of them.
It all comes down to preference.
It's
which one do you like?
ticky-tacky.
Yeah, it's which one do you like better at this point? Because they're so perfectly matched against one another.
There's a nice cinnamon note now in glass 2. Ooh, but now glass number 1 kind of tastes like bubblegum.
Glass number 1, I think, is emerging for me a little bit. It's getting, I just went back to glass 2, and again, nothing new to report. Whereas glass 1, like you said,
Just a little changeling.
there's some sweet candy starting to show up there. I think the further you drink it down, you're getting more on the aroma as well. So right now, glass 1 is starting to take the lead for me. But glass 2, so consistent, so wonderful. That flavor profile is hitting my palate perfectly, even though I'm finding more in glass 1. It's gonna come right down to the wire.
I don't know.
I don't know either. This is great. I'm having such a fun time with these two.
Glass 2 got nuttier and drier.
It's a great note.
And glass 1 got a little bit sweeter, a little bit more flavorful.
Glass 2 is a stalwart.
Oh,
Another
okay.
one. You like that one?
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was going to use another old-timey word.
No,
You
I
didn't.
like that.
Okay. I think I might finish my glasses for the first time in this tournament.
Glass 1 for me does get better. If you would have gone by my first, second, or even third sip, glass 2 definitely had it for me. But then however many sips I've had after that, glass 1 has overtaken that. And I think even though maybe drinking sometimes is like your initial reaction, you want to take into consideration the full experience. Glass 1 for me takes the cake, and I love cake.
So you're putting glass 1 forward.
I'm gonna move glass 1 forward.
I just took another sip of glass 2. I'm with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Glass 2 hasn't gotten better, and the more you drink it, it's a perfectly fine experience. Great for a session. I would sit and just drink that all the time, and I will. I'm going glass 1 too.
Great.
What have we got?
Oh,
I have the letter A.
I do as well.
And this is the NULU Toasted Rye for both of us.
Nice.
How about that?
Yeah, I like it. I know that I was reluctantly moving the 114 forward from the first round. I didn't know how she'd stack up today, and I just want to give it a little shout out.
Yeah.
Because if you can change my opinion from the bonded old Overholt to this, I mean, it's really good. And it
totally
was close
agree.
today.
Yeah.
And that's a $70 price difference just
Totally.
right there. So
Yeah.
you live in Oregon, pick one up.
Old Overholt 114 goes back on the shelf next to the OGD 114. We like both of those bottles a lot, and keep it up, Jim Beam. This is great. Well, that is the end of day 11.
We're almost halfway done.
That's crazy. Join us tomorrow. We hope your bracket is intact. Day 12 is going to be exciting because it's that Cal Farm 15 versus the Weller Foolproof for you or the
boy.
Rocktown for me. So high proof matchup 2 days in a row. I can't wait for that one. I'm looking so forward to it. And I know a lot of you are too. Yeah, so this is going to be an exciting day, day 12. Join us. Don't miss that. And from wherever we are,
To wherever you are.
cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Surprising.
I wish Old Overholt was my grandpa.